38 special caliber in a 200 grain bullet in a very short case. Can it reach 600 feet per second in a 2-inch stub nose? That'll be next on Lead Bullets for Life. Hi, it's Lead Bullets for Life. Thanks for joining me today. A viewer asked me a question about my 200 grain short 38 special loads. Can they reach over 600 feet per second out of a 2-inch snub nose barrel? 38 special or 357. Well, that depends on your load, for one. And number two, most of your load data that you receive from the website or from books comes from a 4-inch barrel. That's how we're testing a 4-inch barrel. Not too much on a 2-inch barrel. I've never actually, seen a specification ballistic data for a 2-inch barrel. But there are ballistics tests using a 2-inch barrel, and it tells you the velocity, and they don't reach 600 feet per second. But anyways, I believe you can get close to 600 feet per second, like 570, 550, things like that, which is good enough for a snub nose revolver, especially with a 200 grain bullet at close range. And it's going to do what it's going to do at close range to a soft target. But anyways, I think if you use these bullets in a 38 stub nose under 600 feet per second, you're going to be well armed. Trust me, you'll be well armed. Your energy is probably going to be like 155 foot-pounds, going around 550, versus 176 foot-pounds at 625 feet per second out of a 4-inch barrel. Anyways, we're going to go to the range today, and we're going to test two loads out. We're going to test one with 2.4 grains of unique, and another one with 2.8 grains of unique. And we'll see if we'll get the difference there. These are, by the way, are 0.3, 0.4, almost a grain lower than the maximum. So we're going to go out to the range today. Go ahead and give them a test shot. These little short rounds can actually reach 600 feet per second. So we're going to try out that theory today. And then at the end of the day, we'll come back and give our review of the results of what happened today. Also, I had a viewer ask about the difference between thicknesses between the Remington, Winchester, and Federal 357 Magnum cases. And I explained that on the 38 special version of the Remington, I'm not sure about other companies like Federal, Winchester, that the Remington company would use a thinner case for 38 special, and then would use a undersized, like a 354-inch bullet. Now, you say to yourself, well, how does it engage the rifling? Well, it just so happened that I found a cartridge in 357 loaded with a round nose, semi-round nose wad cutter, such as this one here. And let's go ahead and do the measurement on it. It's about 158 grains. And let's go ahead and do some measurements on it. Okay, we're zeroed out here. And we measured out 354. Yeah, exactly. So, the question is, why do they put undersized bullets for a firearm that shoots 357, 358 ammunition? Well, here's the reason why. If you look behind the bullet, you will see a concave. Now that concave acts like a small Minet ball. What happens is that when that cartridge is fired, it expands and then engages the rifling. It's designed to fire out of any revolver, whether it's a smaller barrel or even a larger barrel in diameter. So it kind of fits as it goes down the barrel. It doesn't matter what size the barrel is, to a degree, of course. There are some reports of revolvers as far as 360, 3.6360, and undersized as far as 355, like Colt Pythons, they're 355. So if you notice too, if you handle these too much, load the live ammo too much, they will loosen up after a while, and that's the reason why. It's because they just got a crimp on them, and then once they're fired, the gases, expanding gases, will go behind the concave here. and expand it as it goes down the barrel. That's what gives it its accuracy. So I'm going to go ahead and load this bullet up in a small case and then test this one out as well. Alright, so here's the loaded round, 158 grain, 354 inch, 38 special semi wood cutter into a small short case. It's loaded with 3.7 grains of unique, and it's got the roll crimp on it that I use on a 9mm die. So we're going to test this out along with the 200 grainers and see if it is accurate enough to hit the target. Alright, so we're going to load the 2.4 grains of unique. We're going to use the Scor M206 for test. We're going to be setting up at 15 yards. Photograph's about 5 yards away. Alright, here we go, the first 6 shots. .631, looking good. .627, outstanding. .660. .642. .649. All right, excellent. Very, very consistent. All right, so we're going to try the 2.7 grains of unique. We'll load up 6.
Yeah, that would have to do. Over here. Yeah.
All right, 4.7 grains. .666. .671. .668. .676. .663. .658. All right, consistent results. The 2.4 grains seem to, been a little more consistent. Adding the 0.3 grains didn't make too much of a difference. Let's see what happens when we peel out of a 686 revolver. All right, we'll start with a 2.4 grains.
I mean, there's a little bit of noise,
Got about 4 in there. All right, 686. .654. .691. .84. .651. All right, now let's try the 2.7 grain. All right, 2.7 grain. 715, 723, 708, 708, 683, 719. Good. Let's try 6 more. All right, 6 more. 2.7 grains of unique. 200 grain round nose bullet. 730. 674. 723. 709. 722. That's 701. Very good shooting. Very good shooting. Consistency was in both loads, 2.4 and 2.7. Yes, the 2-inch 338 special can go over 600 feet per second if loaded properly. All right, let's go home and we'll go ahead and review today's shoot. Okay, we're back from the range, and today's shoot with the 38 short specials were very, very successful, and I believe the 2.4 and the 2.7 grain did an excellent job. Now, as far as the question about the 2-inch revolver shooting over 600 feet per second with a 200 grain bullet, obviously you saw that, and it is possible. And you know, you're not showing any high pressure spikes, but you can shoot a 200 grain round nose bullet at over 600 feet per second, as you demonstrated, as you witnessed. But anyways, I think I'm going to make more of these little cartridges, and it just shows you that these cartridges are very, very efficient. But I believe that meticulous loading and using proper data and using the right shell and bolt dimension make a big difference. And also in the firearm that you use. You know, I was using, of course, a Arm Scor M206 and a 4-inch model 686. Now, with the 686 and the 2-inch Arm Scor revolver, there wasn't much of a velocity loss with a 2-inch barrel, and that's what really sold me about this cartridge. That, you know, there is potential for the short 2-inch Snubby, you know, even the 1-1/8 Snubby, for those who have the ultralight revolvers. But I'd rather have a heavier snub nose, you know, to handle the heavier bullet, just for accuracy and for comfort and for just, you know, plain target shooting. But to answer the question that my viewer had about the 2-inch Snubby's potential for the 600 feet per second, it is obviously it's very doable, and it wasn't painful. Velocity was very consistent. Recoil was very minimum, you know, and again, maybe 50 feet per second lower than the 4-inch barrel, which tells you that the cartridge is extremely efficient. But anyways, thanks for joining me today. I want you to please rate, subscribe, and make comments, please. If there's anything you want to see or want me to do next, go ahead and put it in the comment box below. But after that, we'll see you at the next video, and we'll probably do some more 357 Magnum testing as well. And I want to give the H110 powder another chance, and try some more 296 low testing as well. But anyways, thanks for joining me today. Take care, and we'll see you at the next video.